Hi, everyone. It's Karissa from Shining Light on Minnesota. I'm super excited. I have Rachel Edwards here from Insperai. She is going to be a phenomenal guest. Let's chat a little bit and let's hear her story. Welcome, Rachel.
Hi, thank you for having me. I'm so
Yeah.
excited to be here.
You bet. So let's tell everybody how you got to Insperai and what Insperai is.
All right, so I'm really good at making a short story long, but I'm gonna try
Let's
not.
do it. No, let's make
try
it
not
long.
to do it.
Yes.
So Insperai, the name Insperai is inspired by Latin and Greek verbiage for inspiration, enlightenment, wisdom, awareness, really getting to know yourself. So Insperai is, on a technical term, it is a personality intelligence and analytics software company. That sounds a lot fancier than what I think people might want to understand. Really what it is we're trying to help people, teams, leaders understand how people think, feel, and act and perform, and then using that information to leverage it for our advantage, for our competitive advantage, for seeing the results, the outcomes that you want.
Absolutely.
Which we'll get into, I'm sure, in a little bit about what personality intelligence is. But
Yes.
for me, I'm not a tech person. I am a people person. I love to help others. So my first go-round career-wise was actually criminal justice. I have a criminal justice background. I have a master's in forensic behavioral analysis, which is, yes, criminal minds.
Yes.
If anybody, that's the first, oh, like criminal minds, it's yes. But real life is usually more wild than that.
Yes.
So I spent about a decade working directly with inmates and offenders to help them modify their behavior and reintegrate successfully, connect them with resources, etc. And after our first son, when he was about 18 months old, I decided I wanted to try to take a break and leave that world with the full idea that I would go back to forensics in some capacity. And all of this was occurring in Florida. We lived in Florida for 12 years.
Yes.
And took me about 6 months to realize and admit to myself that stay-at-home mom world was not for me.
Nope.
I needed more intellectual, stimulating conversations and activities than, I love that. I love my kids. It was just, I needed something more than being isolated.
You need a connection.
I needed connection.
Yes.
And that is so many stay-at-home moms feel the same way. Once you do that, you feel, unless you have a really good support system,
Right.
And kudos to those that have that in place, but so often you go into it and all of a sudden you're like isolated.
Or the husband gets home and you're like, I need that one-on-one, and they're overwhelmed because they've been dealing with that all day long.
Yep. Why are you not happy? Hi,
Right.
husband.
Hi,
I'm home.
you're home.
Yeah. But you're just completely frazzled.
Yeah.
So that also occurred right in the middle of COVID. So it just put a whole other layer to it.
Yep.
We also moved back to Minnesota during that time to be near family.
Yep.
But when you can't see family, it's other than Zooming.
Yep.
During all of that time, we're back in Minnesota. I'm trying to figure out what I wanted to do life-wise, and dabbled here and there with different types of entrepreneurship, whether I was, trying to at a farmer's market with like a boutique shop, make your own gift baskets, or I dabbled in, Mary Kay, and, just those things are great. They weren't necessarily for me, but what they did do is spark an interest in entrepreneurship and really decided.
They didn't challenge you the way you needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was working with a mindset coach, a mindset business coach, and a therapist at the time. And my therapist would say, you're very very, very anxious and future focused, and, you need to really be more present. You should look into mindfulness. And I'm like, okay, I like yoga. Let's try this out.
Yeah.
Took a couple of classes and then ended up taking a class at the University of Minnesota called the Mindfulness-Based Stress Reduction Course, or MBSR, and just learned different ways of meditation, mindfulness activities, Tai Chi, things like that, and became enamored with meditation, and was like, wow, it helped me really regain presentness in myself and self-awareness. And then working with the mindset coach, I loved the framework of really breaking into your thoughts, which create you have an emotional reaction and then your actions. And I thought, okay, I'm going to get certified in meditation and certified in mindset coaching and bring those two together in my coaching practice. So that's when I launched my first coaching practice, which was Pebblebrook Wellness. And I would help professionals and moms or women in pivot transitions try to figure out, why they feel stuck, why they feel guilty, kind of break down those junky thoughts, and then do something from that, plan, set goals that align with who they are. And then the mindfulness piece to that was when your body is frazzled, if you're in the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn, you can't access the rational part of your brain. You can't. It's like when people say you're in a rage. You can't talk to somebody who's in a rage because they're out of the backside of their brain. And they can't think rationally. So using mindfulness techniques allowed me to help the person really regain calmness in their body, lift the veil off of the rational part of their brain so that we could then actually work through with the techniques that with mindset coaching. And during that time, I was looking for a tool that I could use during intake that would help me understand my clients at a deeper level and then guide my coaching with them.
Okay, what system's going to work? What process? Yes.
Exactly. And so I looked at getting certified in DISC, Enneagram, Myers-Briggs, all of those different certifications. And I thought, well, isn't there something out there that takes a look holistically at somebody from multiple angles? How those different parts of our personality interact and influence each other. And then from that tells the person or the coach specifically what solutions will work for them based on their wiring. And there wasn't. And that's when I created the Strategic Personality Blueprint.
Nice.
And I was using it for myself with my own coaching clients.
For sure.
But it just started gaining interest and traction. The more I talked about it, the more others were interested in, maybe I want to use it with my coaching clients, or
I want to see how it works on me and then build off of that too.
Or I want to use it with a business setting. So fast forward to this winter, I was just sitting down with a business mentor, and she said, this is like a tech-based program. This is a software company. And I was like, what? What? This could be. And I thought, okay. So then I took my vision, went around looking for another firm that could take my vision and help me take it. What can I do with this and create something?
Here's the blueprint. Help me grow it. Yes.
Exactly. So that's where I found my business advisor, strategist, who is now our CEO, to help me turn that vision into something, turn it into the blueprint, into Insperai, and that's where Insperai was born. So again, I'm really good at short story long.
It helps people understand the process and really what it is. So perfect.
Yeah. So and bottom line, it comes full circle. Because I think had I had a tool like the blueprint back when I was working with offenders to really understand who they are, what motivates them, what are their fears, what do they value, we could cater and tailor our intervention strategies and our rehab strategies specific to how they are. And I guarantee, I say this with 100%. Full conviction, that I guarantee our reintegration efforts would be better and recidivism rates would go down. I guarantee it. So that's like full circle for me. I would love to see this tool be used in that setting to really help those be able to be successful in reintegration and really find their purpose and their value and alignment.
Yes.
Break that cycle of recidivism.
And I think it's important for people to realize too that they have to be fully aware and in the moment to make it all work. Yes. How does the tool work, and let's go that way.
Okay. Yes. So it's called the Strategic Personality Blueprint. And we use what we call personality intelligence, which is essentially cracking the code of how we think, feel, act, and perform, and using that information to achieve better results, better outcomes. they say 95% of our behavior is on autopilot. We think, feel, do all day long.
Right.
And most of the times you don't realize it. When was the last time we took a sip of our water or looked at our phone? We're just going through the motions, right? But then there's the 90-10 principle, which states that 10% of life happens to us.
Right.
90% is in our control based on how we respond.
Right.
But if we're on autopilot nearly all of the time, how much are we actually controlling?
Correct.
So with personality intelligence and with the blueprint, our goal is to bring that awareness, heighten that awareness to how you think, feel, and act, and essentially give you back that control, put you back in the driver's seat of your life, of your organization, if it's a team-based setting, of your clients' lives, if you're a coach, so that you can achieve the outcomes that you want.
Absolutely.
So the tool takes, and it is multidimensional. We didn't want to go out and create another label.
Right.
There's thousands of personality tests out there, right?
Absolutely.
And
And
some of
everybody
them are-
knows them and has tried them and tries multiple and does them. And yes.
Right. And a lot of times you're left with like, wow, that says, oh my gosh, this explains me so
Here's
well.
the disc. This is this. RQ4 says I'm this. And
So
how do you
amazing.
put them together? What do you do with them once you have them? Right.
Exactly. That's the
Yes.
key, is where a lot of times you're like, oh, the insight is so great. This
Yeah.
explains how I do this, why I do this, and then you put it on your shelf or you leave it in your email inbox and
Well,
you
let
never
me
look
pull
at it
this
again.
up again. This is what it says. Great.
But a lot of times the insight, and then they leave you with no action. They don't tell you how to use that
Right.
information.
Yeah.
So we take and we filed a patent in April, a provisional patent, for the assessment, the scoring, and then the engine, the meta-analysis engine, which crosses all of these assessments. And the assessments we chose, we whittled it down. I used to have 8 or so that I would actually, I trained the system to run the analysis on.
Yep.
But we whittled it down to DISC, Enneagram, Big 5 framework, and then we created our own core values and strengths and actions. So it's looking at your behaviors, traits, motivations, core values, and strengths, how they influence each other, how they interact, how they show up, and then what to do with it.
Correct.
And again, I didn't want to go out and create a whole other
I don't need another
label.
system.
Right.
Yeah.
But because these tools are great on their own,
Yes.
and I don't want to say that we're necessarily a competitor, but really I want to say, you have this tool, how can I make it work even better?
Yep. What's the training off of these that we can integrate into our regular life?
Exactly.
Yep.
So we take that, which the assessment is one assessment, but within that you'd get your individual scores for each of those.
Yep.
And then behind the scenes, we run that meta-analysis, and then we generate the report.
Yep.
That gives you a really deep, well-rounded look at how you show up, how it shows up in you, and what are the patterns, because it improves its validity and reliability, because it's finding those patterns among those. Because a lot of times, again, you take all the assessments, but you're like, but this one says this and this one says this. That does
totally
not
different,
make any
right.
sense.
Yep.
But really, internally, they do. Whether it's when you might have if you're hesitant to make a decision, or you're finding you're stuck or somewhere, it's kind of an internal
Or the way
push-pull.
things are worded, the way they are. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And it can be an internal push-pull, and that's what's creating that, because you have these parts that are contradictory within you. For instance, and within myself, I am incredibly risk averse, and I am not an adrenaline junkie. I am not the one that will go mountain skiing down, in Colorado. My husband loves it. He would go heli
skydiving.
skiing,
Yep.
right? I will go do a nice long green run, and then I will go find you in the chalet afterwards, after I have a massage. That's my. However, my first career was I would walk into jails unarmed with felons, and I would have no fear, and I would work with them, or I would go into these neighborhoods, and there could have been illegal activity all around me, unarmed, and
You're good. Yep.
Right. And my dream job, had I not gone into this world, is storm chasing. I'm
absolutely.
the person
I love
that's
tornadoes.
Yes,
Yep.
I'm the person that's like, the sirens are going off, I'm outside on my porch looking for it.
I do the same thing.
Yes.
I'll go up to the highest hill and be watching them. I'm
Yes.
like, okay, I'm good. Where other people are like hiding in their basement, I'm like, I'm going to go out there and watch it. I'm going to be
Yes.
close to it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then there's that other side of me where, like, again, I like to meditate. I
Yeah.
like to have massages. I'm very quiet. I have to plan. I like to have, all the things in place before I make a decision. So on the surface, that doesn't make any sense.
But it does.
What my blueprint revealed was that I based on my motivations, my values, my traits, I seek controlled intensity where with understanding, with meaning. Right. So I go into these situations seeking to understand what's behind that. The theory
behind it. Yep.
Yes. So that there's no other system that can tell you or explain that paradox. Right. So that's the gist of the system. Of it's multidimensional. It takes and it applies your personality to real world experiences. We ask questions about your obstacles, your goals, what are your predominant emotions or feelings you've been feeling. So it's not just a static,
here's
like
your test,
scale test
you're
based.
done.
Right. Yep. We turn that insight into action by giving you specific strategies. And then once we are able to once the platform is fully created, it will be, which makes it outstanding, is that it will be evolving. And the more you use the system, the more you interact with it, it will know you, it will learn with you.
Yep.
It will evolve with you. Like if you have a significant life change, or if it's in an organization setting, if somebody is promoted or demoted, or somebody leaves the team, it's always learning. So it will always evolve with the strategies and the tips and the output that it gives you.
Nice.
And then lastly, it will allow you to have infinite conversations or questions, based on what it's learned from you, which no other system does that. There's coach bots out there.
Yes.
But they don't evolve. They don't look at a multidimensional view of a person or a team. Right. Because once, as a team setting, we take and run like a secondary analysis of the team for that. But yeah, that's basically the gist of what it does and how it works.
What do you think that's next for it in the tech world and in what's coming in the future? What do you think?
What do you mean?
Like you have where it sets, where it does its coaching and everything like that. Do you have any next phase that's going to be rolling out or anything that you see in the future?
Yes. So our goal, our thing that we are working for now is we are seeking funding to scale and create that platform. Because right now it's considered our white glove phase where everything is created. I run the assessment. I manually score the assessment. Yes. I run the analysis with the engine. I create the report. All of that will be automated, which will allow us to then reach a wider audience, impact more audience, impact more industries, cross industries. Because if it involves humans, I mean, it's applicable.
100%.
So that is our next goal, is for it to be able to be on the platform, be tech-based, and be out there for anyone from corporations to coaching to education to criminal justice to government to sports, to literally, if you can think of a way that people can better understand each other and then apply that information, it can be applied.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So let's go back a little bit and we'll talk about your history. You were in Florida originally. And you went to school for criminal justice. Did you always think that you were going to be in criminal justice, or did you? Yeah.
Absolutely.
That was your dream?
That was my dream. Well, when a lot of the people that go into the program, the master's program that I was in, go in, and there were two parts of it. There was the forensic psychology side, the forensic behavioral analysis side, and then there's forensic anthropology, which is goes through, and if you find a body,
absolutely,
this is what
solved the problem. Yep.
But I went into the understanding the behavior side of it. I have always been fascinated with behavior. And why people do what they do. So I thought I wanted to go in there, and everybody that was in that program either wanted to be an FBI profiler or work some
In the scenes,
version of criminal justice.
Yes. Yep.
I was actually, when I was doing the program, I was already working with the court system.
Yep.
So I just wanted to enhance my skills. There was a part of me that thought, I would like to go into the FBI or into the U.S. Marshals. I wanted to go into human trafficking and help solve human trafficking cases. But then, we got married. I had a child, and that sort of changed everything, right? That changed my values. It changed my vision, which that goes back to, we're humans. We're dynamic. Right. We are not a static snapshot in time. So why are we using outdated tools to understand and guide us? Right.
100%.
I like to equate it to a GPS, right?
Yeah.
Why do we use a GPS? Because it tells us exactly how to get from point A to point B.
Tells us what's in the way. Like a lot of times people don't understand north, south, east, west, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it updates as conditions change.
Yep.
And then it's precise and accurate.
Yep.
So we wouldn't trust a map from 5 or 10 years ago to get us from here to Dallas, right?
And be safe.
Or our gut, right?
Yep.
So why are we using outdated tools,
right,
to make significant changes in our own lives or for our businesses? And that's
and it can be technically updated as it goes.
Yes, it evolves, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I did going back. I thought for sure I was definitely going to go back to forensics in some capacity, and who knows?
And it very well could still
be.
Right?
Yes, if I could get there, because
Full circle.
that is where my heart lies, is helping these people in these systems that are so broken and so many different ways.
And it still could take you back to trafficking.
Yep.
It could take you back to any of it. You just don't know. Or back to Florida. Who knows?
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I when we moved back.
And they could go back to Sawgrass. You just don't know.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
Yes.
So we lived down in Fort myers, and when we were leaving, we made an agreement. I said, okay, I want to go back for family, but I want to always leave this door open. If it just doesn't work out in Minnesota, please know that, I want to know that we can come back here. And I don't love winter.
I've been in Minnesota other than Montana all my life, and I don't like Minnesota. I don't like when Minnesota winters at all.
Give me
I'm a
Christmas,
golfer.
and then I can move on.
I don't even care about the Christmas snow. I'm just over the cold. I'm not a cold person. I'll take 65 all year round, maybe 70, but that's
yeah. So I definitely missed that part. And the first couple years back, I was like, yay, cool snow, and now I'm totally over it.
I don't want the 110, 120 degree heat though, really either. I just kind of the middle of the road.
I hear California is the ideal place for that. So in the LA-ish area, that's the
but
best.
You see all the people from California that are moving to Texas and moving out to
right.
It's just,
and there's earthquakes there. You get hurricanes down in Florida and Texas. It's
So what's your why? Your family, your kids, your driving force, or what would be your why?
Oh my gosh, that's so funny you bring that up, because when I was a coach, I would teach people I would work with them to uncover their why. And I would say that the first why you give is almost always superficial and not strong enough to get you going on your hardest days.
Yeah.
And to go 3 layers deep at least.
Right.
For me, what I say to also revisit it every 6 months or so. And the last time I did it was probably in the winter. But really, I had come up with, I wanted to give my family opportunities without having the pressure of having to figure things out, without having the finances or the time or the constraints. And I know that could even be superficial in and of itself. But, and also I wanted them to see that possibilities are out there. That there is more for us.
If mom can do it, other people
if
can
mom
do it.
can do it with what the constraints that we have, anybody can do it. And you are bright, you are capable, and not to say that the American dream, put your nose to the ground.
Opportunities are endless,
but opportunities are out there
you go for it.
if you know how to capture them. So helping others find out how to capture them, or really cracking that human code of think, feel, do. And applying that it's robust, but it's simple.
Right.
And so showing my kids that anything is possible is really what
If
what
you go
gets them.
for it. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Who have been some of your mentors along the way?
Oh my gosh. So I have one mentor, a business mentor that is amazing. Her name is Marion Cook, and she owns Archstone. She actually lives in the Lakes.
Okay.
But she is exceptionally wise and intelligent, and she teaches at MIT and Yale. But she is somebody that I could go through, and I've brainstormed so often with. And she has many of these different sayings, such as everything, it's just an experiment, which is so simple and profound in itself, where if you just look at everything you're doing with as an experiment, it takes that pressure off of pass fail or, I'm not going to make it. And, hey, if this doesn't work out, I know what doesn't work, and I know how to try something different. It's great. That's life.
Yep.
So she's been really good. Others, if I could go way back and get real personal, my grandmother was always my person.
Yep.
She passed away when I was a teenager. But she just always had a positive outlook on life, and just she was a stay-at-home grandma. She was a quintessential grandma where she didn't have a lot, so she didn't spoil us with like physical possessions, but she spoiled us with love, and she would always sing her answers and emotional. Fun. She was just always there, and she grew up, they dealt with the Great Depression and dealt with the wars and all of that, and coming out of that on the other side and having those stories and saying, we make our own happiness in our life no matter what we have, and that you don't need to strive for more necessarily, but strive for better, strive for your better. Don't compare yourselves to others. So she was just like a shining light, and I love her.
Yes.
So those are one current, one past, but like famous people. I don't know the first person that comes to my mind. I haven't really been posed this question, but this is a really random one. Yeah. Is Lady Gaga. She is a good human being.
She is. She's natural. She's herself. Natural. And a lot of people aren't authentic. Right.
She's authentic. Yeah. Absolutely. Which is one of my core values is authenticity, growth, learning, and in awareness of yourself. Right. So she comes out and she is who she is, whether she's
wearing meat or whatever she's doing.
Wearing a meat suit. And I always, but she's so philanthropic. She wants to help people, and she tries to stay away from the drama. Of course, I don't know. I'm not up on celeb.
I don't either.
Stuff. So maybe there is drama.
What we see of her, right?
Yes. But and I think that probably pops in my head because we just watched Top Gun Maverick last night.
There you go.
And I talked about how, man, she is such a good human being.
Yes.
And so that
yeah, right?
Yeah.
So going past the mentor part, favorite quote other than what you just said? Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's on a coffee mug and I love it, and it's Thoreau. It's I'm not going to say it correctly now, and I look at it all the time, but it's go confidently in the directions of your dreams, live the life you've imagined.
Nice. Yeah. Very good. So you have kids, you have a husband.
Yep.
Tell me about your kids.
So I have 2 kids, 2 boys, 4 and 7, 4.5, 7.5. If they were here, they would correct me.
Absolutely. And they do too. The half is always important, right?
Very important. And they are, the 7-year-old is going into 2nd grade this year. Boy. The 4-year-old is doing 1 more year of preschool because they both have winter birthdays.
But so they get the backpack on. They're going to school too. Yep. Yes, absolutely.
They love school.
Yes.
They both love school.
Yeah.
And they both love golf.
Yeah.
The 7-year-old especially.
Just one.
Yes. Yes. He just won the junior championship at TPC Twin Cities, and he was so proud.
Yeah.
And Dad got to be caddy, so I followed them around and took all the pictures.
Yep.
But he, he's good. He can outdrive me some days, which is, I mean, I'm not that great of a golfer. I like to golf cart.
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to hack it up. but not destroy the course.
But right. But golf is one of those things you can do for the rest of your life.
Right.
Whether you like it or not, it's getting out there in nature.
Yep.
It's a thing of beauty. Like whether you like it or not, it's solemn. It's nature.
Yes.
It's just peaceful. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I think that too. I think I don't mind going to golf courses just to see the course, because I think so many there's stigmas out there that, it's maybe snooty or prestigious or whatever, but even public courses, just they're set, and a lot of times they work in conjunction with rehab and like the Audubon Society
and
to maintain.
Yep, you have a butterfly
nature,
garden in the middle.
right.
You have the fescue grass.
Or there's a down in Florida, in the Fort Myers area. There's a course down there, and I cannot remember what kind of animal it was or if it was a bird, but there was a specific animal that its population was primarily around this one golf course, and part of their purpose was to maintain that population of an animal, so people aren't thinking about that.
Right. Black squirrels in South Carolina. I mean, there's just different black fox squirrels. There's just different ones. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and my husband is a big golfer, so he's out there all the time taking the kids, and they have that ability to really connect. And I love that for them.
I mean, I've played golf all my life, but I'm still out there when I see an animal. I'm like, I'm going to take a picture of that animal. I'm going to, just do that.
Yeah.
But for me, golf is one of those things, whether you have a good day or a bad day at home, at work, whatever it is, you go to the golf course and you forget about everything when you're out at the golf course. Like, it's just you and the world and nature and everything else. And it's the little white ball, right?
Yep.
It's just, it's whatever you do. Like, you could be having a good day at the office and then you have a terrible day on the golf course, or vice versa.
Yep.
Right now, my golf game, I've played golf for 40 of my 45 years that I've been around. That's just totally telling up everybody how old I am. Sorry, but I'm changing my golf swing 150% this year, doing everything totally different. Golf game for right now is not where it needs to be, but it is what it is. Like, you do things to progress and change yourself and better yourself every single day.
Yep.
And I think that's important for everybody, like improving your life and doing things for the healthy and better version of you. So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I know this, I always say I don't like to stick with it's fine.
No.
There's so much more than it's fine.
You can't be it's fine.
Right.
You got to just keep having goals and doing better and improving but being you while you do it.
Being authentic while you do it and making an impact. That's how I making it a positive impact. So you're growing and understanding, and when you come like your golf swing, professionals do that all the time.
100%.
They're completely, they'll off season and whatnot, they'll work and they'll come next year on tour and it's completely different. And then oh wow, and he's doing well. And it's just it's who we are. We
middle
are
of the season, and I'm completely changing everything up, and that's fine.
Nothing wrong with that.
Work at it all winter long, and it'll be better next season. And it is what it is, you know. Yeah.
And you could do that mid game too.
Yeah.
It's mindset and really understanding who you are and what tools and techniques, strategies, whatever you want to call them, that you need to be able to make the next shot better.
Yep.
And it all starts with understanding how you're wired
Right.
and how to use that.
I mean, that's life too. I mean, with goals, with work, with everything. You
Yep.
can't be complacent. You always have to try the next thing. Just like with work, with everything. Even with what we're doing with the podcast, with everything, you've got to go outside the box and try something new, and not be able to be afraid to get your name out there, try different things, and push yourself.
Exactly.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I saw Nate out the golf course. He's like, Rachel has to come on the podcast. I want her to get out there. I want people to see who we are, what we're doing, what we're about. What do you think as far as where you and Nate are at? Where you guys are going next? Are you going on any trips or anything like that, or do you have anything fun planned?
So we were actually going to go to the Open.
Yes.
This year we had tickets to go to the Open.
Very good.
And then we ended up with everything going on with this.
Yeah.
We ended up donating them to an auction for a gala.
Yep.
So that was going to be our big trip. We were going to go to Ireland and do the
Have you been to Ireland before?
Not. That's on our bucket list, which is why we're like, this is
We
perfect.
went 2 years ago, and that was my dream. That was my bucket list item. Long story short, my dad passed away. Before he died, he always wanted to go to Ireland. I'm like, okay, before you pass away, I'm going to go for you. I've always wanted to go to Ireland and play golf too. So that's what we did 2 years ago. So yes.
It's awesome.
Amazing. Ireland is, I probably, if I didn't have all the kids, that's where I would live. It was 65, sunny. You get the rain. We didn't get much rain, but
So green.
so beautiful. People are lovely. It's amazing. Yes.
Yes, that's our bucket list item.
Yes. Go to Old Head of Kinsale. That's amazing. Southern Ireland along the Atlantic. Yes.
You're
Okay,
making me-
sorry.
No, it's okay.
Yes. Nate, she's going to go with you. Don't worry.
Yeah. You can't go by yourself and just go golfing the whole time. I want to be there too. But the other trips that we have in the next year, we camp a lot.
Yeah.
So really just our regular camping in our trailer.
Yep.
We just got back from camping this weekend up at Father Hennepin State Park. But we are also huge Disney fans, Disney nerds.
Yep.
And I'm a huge Harry Potter nerd.
I'm going to Orlando in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Actually for work.
Yep.
Yep. And I'm meeting with some construction companies and stuff down there, but that's,
Are you going to stop by any of the...
I'm going in and out, but I have gone there multiple times, but yes. Yeah.
So I actually still have an annual pass to Disney World
Nice.
because I love it that much.
Yeah. Fun. Very good. Yes.
And I'll go randomly. Obviously, we have friends down there.
Yeah.
I'm like, I need a Disney weekend.
Yeah.
I'm going down there. I need to go to Epcot. I need to see the castle. I need to see Mickey. I just need to.
So we have a Vero Beach location for
Yeah.
sun control, but
Yeah.
usually I'm the St. Pete's Beach. I like going down to the Fort Myers
The
St.
Gulf
Pete's.
side?
Yeah.
I love the
Marco
Gulf.
Island, the Gulf side, yeah.
Marco Island is
Yep.
beautiful. But we toy around with maybe going, bringing the kids there for Christmas because Disney at Christmas is a whole other level.
Yep.
And it's great. But yeah, we don't have any big trips. But
Have you gone to Branson, Missouri for Paynes Valley?
I have not.
You guys should go there.
Okay.
Bring the trailer there, bring the kids there. There's lots to do. You could golf at Paynes Valley. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's super
It's right in
fun.
the Ozarks, isn't that?
Yeah,
Branson's
it's like
right in the
9 hours
Ozarks.
away. Yep.
That's been an area that I've always wanted. It's like
For sure.
people know about it. People don't know about it. Like,
They
it's
need to.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
absolutely.
I love mountains.
Tiger Woods Golf Course, mountains. You've got the Flathead Lake, and not Flathead Lake. That's Montana, but yes, yeah.
All right.
Table
good.
Rock Lake, yes.
Okay, we'll put it on our
Kids
list.
will have a lot to do there too.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Good to know. We'll put it
There
on
you
our
go.
list.
Yes.
But just golfing and sports. Both of our kids play t-ball and baseball, so
Yep.
that took up our summer. And then Nate skis in the winter.
Yes.
So
Go to Montana.
he loves he just went last year to Bridger Bowl. And somewhere else. What are the other ones out there? Did he go to Big Sky?
There's
got a Big
Big
Sky.
Fork, which is Whitefish. That's where I used to live.
Yep.
That's amazing for skiing. There's a lot to do there too. Big Fork in the wintertime. It's really fun for the kids too. They'll have like Santa come into town with the little elves and decorate the whole town. That's actually like where Oprah used to live and Brad Pitt, but it's a very, very cool town. Really cabin-like, lots to do, things like that too.
Like Hallmark movie-ish town. That's what
Flat-
I think. I want to
yes.
go to a ski town that's just like
Very
I want
much
to do
so.
a Hallmark movie.
Summertime, they have Flathead Lake. It's the clearest lake where you can see 40 feet down. Yes, big sturgeons and everything like that. Very, very fun.
Freaky.
Glaciers in the backyard. I mean, the Glacier National Park is right there too. So
That's where like the rocks where it's so clear
Yes.
you could see and they have the
The
beautiful
clear-
like painted not painted rock, but like not
Absolutely.
you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about, like the
yep.
rain, the painted. I want to
yes,
see that.
that's
like,
there. That's Flathead
Yes,
Lake. Yes.
yes.
So you fly into Kalispell, you go to Big Fork. Yes,
Okay.
that's there. That's Glacier National Park.
All right.
Going to the Sun Road, you can see all the auroras and the.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that would be beautiful.
There.
Oh, see.
Well, perfect. So work-wise, you guys are super busy. You're killing it, which is amazing. I hear about it at TPC a lot when I go there with all the members. Family life, you guys have a lot going on. What obstacles have you come up with along the way with work?
Really just visibility for me, and that's changed now
Yeah.
for I had to get confident, I think, for whatever reason. I had to work my own mindset magic on myself of like getting out of that imposter syndrome because it was new and I created this thing.
Right. It's your own little baby kind of. Yes.
I was so emotionally attached to it that, any little bit of objection, I would take it, personal rejection or it's not a good idea or whatnot. So really I had to work through my own mindset blocks.
Yep. How do I get this out of my head and make it into the real world?
And, the more I talked about it, the more I could see that people are excited about it. So that pumps me up.
Right. Super
because
exciting.
I think it truly can change people's lives, and give them back control, give them back the keys.
Yeah.
Take them off autopilot. You're driving your own life. And that makes me excited to know
actually seeing it come into the real world and
yes,
happen
and
like, okay, now it's actually here.
Yes. So that was our biggest challenges is getting out there and talking about it. But again, that was getting out of my own way.
It's a hurdle, right?
Getting out of my own way.
Yep. Getting over that hurdle and making it happen.
Yeah. And getting out there and seeking funding. That's the stage that we're in now. Is we just opened our angel round, so finding investors that are interested and that is
Absolutely.
a whole other world.
How can people help?
You can learn about us by going to www.insperai.com, INSPERAI.com. And that just tells you all about who we are, what the tool is, or find me or my husband Nate on LinkedIn, and we will give you all the details and dish about it and the impact that we want to make for across industries, from individuals that want to grow and learn how they can thrive in their own lives simply by knowing who they are.
Yes.
To organizations that want to improve team dynamics, performance, productivity, happy people, happy profits,
Yeah.
and strategically hire, it just really, so many good things can come out of it. And that's what we want to do.
And before we wrap up, what is your favorite food?
Oh, my favorite food. Okay, there's two.
That's good.
My gut one went to grilled cheese. Give me grilled cheese any day. I love a good grilled cheese.
TPC has a good one with bacon.
They
have
do.
You had that
I
one?
have had that one. But talking about TPC, the other food that popped into my head are their Brussels sprouts.
Okay. Yes.
So roasted Brussels sprouts, I could literally just order a whole plate of those and just eat those.
So grilled cheese, just a plain grilled cheese, or do you like specific types of cheese?
I love, I don't necessarily like to fill it with a lot of filler. Like I don't mind a bacon here and there or a tomato, but I don't like to, or ham. I love ham and a grilled cheese, ham and cheese.
Ham and cheese, yes.
But I'm open to trying any cheese on it. Like,
you are the second person to say grilled cheese when I've asked that question, which is awesome. It is just a staple. I love them too.
It's so simple,
You
and
can't
it's
go
just
wrong with it.
That crispy, yummy bread. That's
And the gooey cheese. Yep.
Gooey cheese.
Yes.
Dip it in some.
Now my stomach's grilled.
I know, right? Gotta go find some grilled cheese.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I'll just need to get a panini maker or something in here too. Yes.
There you go.
Yeah. Easy.
Yes. There. Add that to your repertoire. Oh, you should have like a wrap that looks like a kitchen.
I know, right? Like have it in the window there or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, that's all we need is our guest to hear my stomach growling the whole time now.
Both of it. Just
Right. Yes. Yep. Amazing. Well, we appreciate having you on. Last question. Sorry, I said last one last time. Are you in any events or do you have anything fun coming up, and what you're a part of? You talked about like TPC Rose and some other things. Yes.
Yes. So I am part of TPC Rose, which is the philanthropic wing of TPC Twin Cities.
Yep.
We choose a charity every year that we host 2 events to raise funds for that.
Yes.
And over the last several years, each year we raise over $100,000 for the one charity.
Amazing.
This year it's Alexandra House, and we are hosting a golf tournament, the annual charity golf tournament, later this month on August 19th.
And we're going to be part of that. I'm super excited. It's my first time. I'm like, I didn't know if we'd be able to get in, but yes.
It's a fun time. It's great exposure, but it's really great women.
Yes.
And we just have a really good time. I am actually playing it.
Yes. Nice.
I played it last year.
And I'm not. This is my first golf tournament. I'm not actually playing it. I'm like, I just want to take a step back and see what it's all about and give back. Yes.
Yeah. And so again, I'm not a great golfer, but I'm playing. I just have fun. So you have fun. It's a scramble. You have fun with it.
You don't need to be good. It's just fun. Yes.
Yep. And then they're having a gala in November 8th, which the theme is city lights. So
amazing.
Imagine just all the cityscapes all around you of different, we're sticking in the United States, different United States. You have Miami, Phoenix, New York City, Minneapolis, obviously.
Very cool.
So surrounding yourself by that. Yes. And then for Insperai, I am going to be hosting virtual lunch and learns, really about understanding what personality intelligence is and how you can apply that for a competitive advantage. So that will be on my Facebook page. You can find that information there or on LinkedIn.
Perfect. And if you ever need any events or anything, any associations, any connections like that, let me know, because I'm always busy, always going to tons of events for sure. Yes.
Yeah, I love
Super
that.
busy.
Thank you.
Like whether it's teams or communications or anything, let me know for sure.
Awesome.
Yes.
Thank
Again,
you.
one more time, website, LinkedIn, how can people get a hold of you?
So we are Insperai.com, INSPERAI.com.
Yes.
And LinkedIn, Rachel J. Edwards. You can find me there. And then Facebook as well. You can look me up on Facebook, Rachel Edwards.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.